Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, 6 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We will have tickets for Q101's Twisted Christmas Night 2, Cake and Miles Smith. We're giving away tickets. And remember, just a little reminder, a programming note, tomorrow is Ticket Blitz Thursday. We'll launch that around this time tomorrow, where every hour it's a different night of one of the 4 nights of Q101's Twisted Christmas.
And 8 a.m. will be AJR tickets for Twisted Christmas.
Start off with night 1 there tomorrow. But first, we have a show plan here for the show. Believe it or not, this successful morning radio show in Chicago, we know what we're doing a little bit.
You said that with a tone like we're not successful.
No. The successful part I want to be firm on. We're very successful.
Okay.
And some people are surprised by that even in the building, how successful it is.
Some people are surprised in this room.
But there's a plan to everything, and we go off the plan. That's the point. You know, every good thing I get in here at 4 in the morning and start working on the plan for the show, what we're going to talk about. And then it changes as we go along depending on breaking news or things that happen. Now, for this segment right here at 7:50, and I apologize to Anna who had a teacher's meeting and she had to get in that meeting. I told her to blow off the meeting for this. And she wouldn't. She went to her teacher's meeting. Ugh, gross. We were going to talk about this trending story, one of the bigger stories out there, about an AI actress has been created. The name is Tilly Norwood. And the creator defends recent criticism about creating this AI actor. And there's a lot of controversy with AI taking over. Well, first off,
everybody's jobs.
Pretty much. I mean, I've lost money.
All of them?
I've lost voiceover money to AI, which is very aggravating. And people are going to lose jobs. And maybe people have already lost, like myself.
A ton of people have already lost jobs.
Lost jobs and lost money. So we were going to talk about that. And Case was in the room when Kenzie went out for a minute. And I go, we'll get this and let's chop it up a little bit where we can go with it. And, we had our usual conversation about AI, the winner of Piece of Garbage Madness this year. And then I said, okay, cool. That's at 7:50. There's also this other story that I could throw in here somewhere. And when I said the title of this story, Case went, why isn't that 7:50? He yelled. And his reaction made me think maybe I should change 7:50. And I kept the plan about the AI actress, but now right before it, I think it's time to change. And this involves a pour one out, if you will. How do I say goodbye? Because this other breaking story that's taking over the AI actress story is pouring one out today for coffee tables.
Coffee tables?
Kenzie, if you would have saw the reaction, Kenzie, when I told Case that coffee table sales are at an all-time low and people are getting rid of coffee tables in their homes, he ranted and raved and started sweating. He was yelling so hard. And I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to change it. We're going to put it at 7:50.
Just say that again. Say the statistic again.
Coffee tables are on the outs. They're at an all-time low in sales. Coffee tables.
And people are getting rid of them. Why?
Why are they getting rid of them? There's a lot of reasons, and here's a couple of them. A coffee table can make a room feel more cluttered or cramped.
Are you reading this at coffeetable.com? what is this?
These are some of the anti-coffee tables. Like, what are you talking about?
That's right.
There's like a Reddit feed about coffee. They're like, hey, back off, man.
It's coffee table snark.
Yeah, not good.
You shush where I get my information.
Okay, so why are people getting rid of their coffee tables? I can't believe this.
These are some of the reasons. Coffee tables can make the room feel cluttered, cramped. Removing it can create a sense of openness and flow.
Okay.
People love these open flow floor plans now, and the coffee table sitting there in the middle has caused people to get rid of them. It also, without a coffee table, and maybe Kenzie having a bigger home than myself and Case, can make this acknowledgement saying that it highlights other things like wall colors or rugs or new windows. I know you need a new window in your house, Kenzie. So the windows.
Don't even get me started. Windows are the most expensive thing in the world.
Even though she has the hookup because her dad is the window man of the Midwest.
Yeah, I can't believe I can't get a free window. You worked there your entire life. I go, what is the purpose? You call me for concert tickets because I work in radio. I can't get one window.
You got them to the Who.
I know, and I can't get a window.
Other parts of this and changing needs. This is the part I find disturbing. That some people find they don't need a dedicated surface for drinks or food. Now, that is disturbing. That's where we're going with society right now is when you're watching TV, I can't have something to hold my drink.
Snack.
Yeah, snack. Do you have snacks, Kenzie?
Of course, but I will say there's those other things. Like, have you seen, they go on top of Stanley's and or other tumbler cups. They don't be name brand, but you can put your snack on top of the lid. It's a bowl that slips over the straw.
What?
So you hold your cup and have the snack. Have you seen those?
What blasphemy are you speaking of here?
It's awesome.
Wait, the cup holds a table to hold your food.
Yeah, like, so it's like a bowl with a hole in it that goes over the straw, and it's like, it goes all around, and a lot of them have compartments, so you can have multiple snacks. So when you're holding your cup, you can also hold like an entire snack tray.
Now, what if you have to tilt the cup to get those last drops with the straw? Do all the things
That
fall
doesn't
off?
happen with straws. It's not a normal cup, it's a straw.
Well, there's always some kind of corner where the straw doesn't go to the bottom, and you got to tilt it a little bit to get that last slurp of Coke.
I mean, eat all your snacks first. Then.
Okay, thank you. That's what I'll go ahead and do. So people have found there's no need for a coffee table.
But I don't it doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm somebody, I'll come out and say it. I'll be very open and honest.
Oh, boy.
I don't own a coffee table because right now it's not in the budget. But
Well, you don't own a bedroom and a living room. You just have one room. So
Okay.
why would you have a coffee table?
Jeez. Good Lord.
Oh, my God.
Piling on. Good Lord. You don't have anything.
So, Kenzie, you understand why that was the meanest thing that's ever been said, right?
I just meant like that's you don't have the room.
I know what you
set up for
meant.
that.
I know what you meant. I have nothing. I heard you. But,
You should not have a coffee table.
but take it from somebody that doesn't have a coffee table
Or money.
or loved ones.
Or another room.
What I would love more than anything is a coffee table. Not having one has greatly altered my life in a negative way. Now, of course, not having any rooms, company, money, things like that also negatively impacted my
Not
life.
what I
Yeah,
said.
what was that list again, Kenzie? What was the list?
Wait,
I
Kenzie,
said you
remind me,
don't
what
have a
don't I have?
bedroom or a living room, so why would you have a coffee table?
Yeah. No, I would love a coffee table to, and maybe at some point I'll make a friend and then I'll invite that friend over and then maybe we'll dine and set our food on the coffee table when we're not conversing.
I mean, while you're sitting on your bed? I mean,
So wait a minute. Let me get this clear. You don't have a coffee table,
I
right?
don't have a coffee table.
But you want one. You feel in the need there should be coffee tables.
My most sensual fantasy in life right now is inviting somebody over, eating dinner, and while we're conversing, being able to set our food and drink down on a coffee table so that we can use our hands freely about the space.
do you use your bed as a couch, though?
I have a couch.
Do you have room for a bed and a couch?
It's a small couch. It's a love seat. It's a two-seater. You can't
It's
fit
a
a whole.
two-seater.
You couldn't
Okay.
fit the three of us on the couch.
Okay, before you take that as offensive, I lived in a studio apartment for 5 years, two different buildings in Chicago. When you have a studio, I used my bed. I had a couch, but I used my bed as a couch too. Like I would sit there and eat on the bed often.
Well, like you're so big, like you're eating both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They roll into the other.
Well, because you have one room, and I wanted an alternate view. Like some people have a home, and they have different chairs in the home, and they see different things. I wanted from the couch. I had two views: one from the
And
couch
mind
and one
you-
from the bed.
I feel like I'm getting a bad rap right now. Case has said he has this horrible studio apartment over and over and over again. He's not like I have this really spacious studio with all these setups.
I have said the opposite.
Yeah, he has told me it's horrible, and then I say it. I'm just reiterating what you've said.
But let me tell you why we're the same, Kenzie, is that when we reiterate certain things, our tone carries a weight that wasn't meant the first time it was said by the person that said it.
Yeah.
When I say something, it comes off sometimes very harsh, and that moment you did too. It's not your fault, it's just your tone. I have the tone too.
It's
I
just
can't.
the way you talk. It's not your fault. It's just the way you talk and
No,
the things you
because
say.
I have the same problem.
Yeah.
I have the same problem.
Yeah, when you talk about my studio, it's not nice either.
Correct. And I lived in a studio.
Correct.
I loved studio living. I loved it.
Yeah, I don't.
Listen, I know it's just under 8. We will have those tickets for Ticket Blitz Thursday for Q101's Twisted 2025. But this seems to be
That makes no sense because nobody, like, for the most part, coffee tables, people use them for decor. You put, like, vases and books and all that. It actually, like, brings the room together. I can't imagine, like, and I don't know anybody with, like, again, maybe if you had an apartment, I could see you not needing one, like, size-wise. But I don't know anybody with a house who doesn't have that, like, in their family room. Like, some type of huge ottoman or a coffee table, like, in the middle.
Tom brings up a good point from Chicago Heights. All these new cool sectionals have cup holders in them. A lot of this. Thanks for checking in from Chicago Heights.
Yeah, right. But, like, why would I have, like, you just have that whole open, like, just nothing?
Yeah,
I like to put decorations on mine.
on your coffee table.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that you can put Halloween stuff there, Christmas stuff. Like that would be a bummer.
Wait, so they're making couches that have cup holders now?
Oh, there's a lot of them out there. Look at.
Oh, and they have little tables. Some of them have iPads connected that like control everything in the room.
Yeah, this must
Like
not this,
lights
this
and
must
the
not be
TV.
hitting your algorithm because there's these all kinds of furniture that
Not
crazy.
hitting my algorithm. I didn't know they existed. I wouldn't know where to find this. What? I just have a couch that you sit on. That's it. That's the only thing it does. It supports my fat ass.
Yeah, what else does he have, Kenzie, in there?
Oh, not a lot.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We got our winner for night 2 of Q101's Twisted 2025. We gave away those tickets at 8 tomorrow. At this exact time, we launch Ticket Blitz Thursday, and then every hour we give away tickets to a different night of Q101's Twisted Christmas. Like tomorrow, we'll start with AJR, which is night 1. There are 4 nights, all available at Q101.com. The pre-sale going on right now. I cannot stress enough that you should buy your tickets, even though you're going to try to win free ones. Buy your tickets on the pre-sale now because these things are going to, come close to sellout when the real on sale happens on Friday. Twisted is the pre-sale code word. Twisted. Do it now, Q101.com. And our socials, our Facebook has a link to each night really easy. And there's a 4-night super ticket you have to be involved with as well. You might want to check that out because it's a 20% discount. So do that. Join us at Twisted. It's going to be a blast. Whether you have a coffee table or not. Neil checked in from Schaumburg and said, why don't we all bring our coffee tables to Twisted so it's easier to get up and crowd serve? Now, I want to see security, everybody in line with a coffee table.
Well, we outnumber security. If we all have one, they're going to have to let us in.
Don't
Storm the castle.
Yeah, don't you guys start a riot there with our security, our fine security at the Aragon.
Because it would be a little bit like a Woodstock 99 when they were crowd surfing on the plywood during the Limp Bizkit
Yes,
set.
that's kind of what his vibe, I think.
But
there.
we all have coffee tables instead.
Yeah. 630 checked in and said, I don't have a coffee table because my kids busted their face on a coffee table once. I will not have to go to I don't want to go to the emergency room again.
Ow.
Yeah. Coffee tables cause a lot of kid injuries. Has Tristan ever, or I guess Marino's a little too young to probably hit the coffee table, or he's
Are you
walking.
kidding me? He uses it to like springboard off of. It's like, stop.
He's doing like a
We have like a
super
more
fly
of a-
snooker move onto the couch.
We have like it matches our couch. We basically have kind of like an ottoman though. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like cushy.
Yeah.
So the kids get on it, like literally flip off and do stuff. Like, stop.
You know what I want that I've never had is one of those big trays you put on the ottoman to make it kind of a coffee table.
Yeah, I have that.
Oh, I want one of those.
I've had to move it recently because the kids are getting a little rowdy. I'm like, okay.
That's what I wondered. How is it a pain in the ass to move it all the time?
Yeah,
'cause
everything's a pain in the ass. I have 2 kids.
I
Everything's
just
a pain
want
in the ass.
I want snacks on there all the time.
You know what I want that I've never had? A coffee table.
Ah, yes, because there's no room. You
Do
say.
you want me to start listing guesses?
But go ahead,
Car, a bedroom,
Yes.
coffee.
Thank you to everyone on the text line who was checked in the last 10 minutes to remind me that I don't have a car, a woman, a 1-bedroom apartment, anything else that at one point in my life I might have had. Thank you very much for the reminders.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola Mike checked in and said you could move out of the city if you live in Antioch, for example, and buy a townhouse about $1,900 a month, and you'd even have a garage.
Okay. But
Huh?
if I'm paying $1,900 a month, I probably don't have the money to buy a coffee table, so I don't know how that helps me.
Doesn't help the problem.
No.
But you have a garage you can sit in empty.
Oh, great. Awesome. I can't wait to be alone in a garage.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for Head to Headlines. We do it every Wednesday at this time, narrowing down the funniest headlines of the week. And you decide, based on the headline alone, which story you want to hear us break down. And we will never talk about the other story again. That's the rub. You got to choose very wisely. In fact, we get it scrubbed from the internet. You'll never even see it anywhere. You can't follow up on it on your own later on. So choose wisely. You text in headline 1 or headline 2. Based on the headline alone, which story do you want to hear? Headline number 1. Let's just go for it right out of the gate. Teacher apologizes after feeding ailing kitten to a classroom snake.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah. Again.
What?
Teacher apologizes after feeding ailing kitten to a classroom snake.
Oh my God.
Yes, that is headline number 1.
I wouldn't be stoked about a classroom snake if I was a parent.
So that's the part you're taking away from is just the class had a snake.
Yeah, not the ailing cat. It's the fact that there's a classroom snake.
But like, even if you were gonna do that, why'd you do it in front of everybody?
Well, yeah, put on a show.
Well, we don't know what the story involves on why she did it. So if you want to hear more about that, that's the curious part of that story.
It's like going to a guillotine and you all meet in town square and watch the guillotine happen.
which I approve of. We should have one of those in downtown Chicago.
I don't co-sign that.
Who would not show up for that? Finally, before you choose whichever headline, you need both. So here's headline 2. Robbery suspect caught after walking behind news crew doing a segment about him.
That's tough. What are the odds?
One more time, that's headline 2. Robbery suspect caught after walking behind news crew doing segment about him. So if you're more curious about that story, text in headline 2. Headline 1, headline 2. You decide the content right now with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Head to headlines.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Head to headlines. We've given you 2 of the funniest headlines of the week, and you have voted on the text line which one you want to hear us break down based on the headline alone, which story, and we'll get to that in a second. First, to remind you what the headlines were. Headline number 1 was, teacher apologizes after feeding ailing kitten to a classroom snake. Case focused on the fact that just the classroom had a snake.
And I would like to point out Lorraine on the text line texted in and said that the first time you read that headline, she thought you said alien kitten, not ailing kitten. It is with an ing, ailing kitten.
Now,
Fair.
maybe she knows about alien kittens out there. I'd love to meet one.
That's a whole other thing.
It's not an alien kitten. And headline number 2 was, robbery suspect caught after walking behind news crew doing a segment about him. Now, it was a landslide to headline 1, I think, because people thought that story tells it all.
Possibly.
It's a great headline, and we'll never know more about this poor guy that walked in the back of the news crew segment about him, because headline 1 has won. Teacher apologizes after feeding alien kitten to a classroom snake. So let's get to that story right now. An Alvord ISD teacher, and I thought I looked up where Alvord was, what state that was in.
Well, you thought you did or you did?
Well, I did, but my browser just collapsed on me here, and I had it. And
Did your computer crash?
Yeah.
How are you still having a crashing computer?
Maybe you didn't want that story.
It's in Texas, I guess. Alvord ISD.
It's in the Fort Worth area.
Fort Worth, Texas.
Yes, all right.
Okay, so Alvord ISD teacher apologized to students after feeding a kitten to a snake kept in their classroom. Pretty disturbing right there for some people. Alvord ISD Superintendent Randy Brown said district officials received a report on September 3rd from a parent who heard a teacher fed a kitten to a snake in front of students.
Oh, my God.
Got to be pretty. I don't know if the kid going home thought it'd say, like, Mommy, it's pretty cool today. Teacher fed a kitten to a snake.
I don't know if that's cool. I think I'd be traumatized. I'd be going home crying and sweating like the kids on the bus last week.
Are you kidding me? Some kids would have loved that.
But I'm not
That's
a snake
so
guy.
sad.
Would you have loved it, Kenzie?
No, I would have cried. I hate snakes. I love kittens. That seems like a horrible way to die. Like, it got eaten alive.
Seems like a horrible way to die. Yeah, it is.
It's not like, oh, this is our only choice. Like, no, the kitten's alive, and now it just got eaten alive. That's horrible.
I went to college with a guy who was a biology major and kept a snake in his dorm room.
Okay.
And before we'd go out, sometimes go get our drink on later on in the night, he would feed mice to the snake before we went out. It was kind of a pregame activity.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fascinating and terrifying at the same time. Because the little mouse would sit there and just, know what was going to happen. And thinking maybe that if I just don't move, like, oh, the snake won't see me. And then we'd go, bam, out of nowhere. And it was it was nature. It was National Geographic Live. I enjoyed it.
Wow. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. It's the cycle of life. We're all going to be eaten by the snake.
Darwinism, baby.
All right. Back to the story. The district police department and administrators investigated the report and confirmed that the allegations being shared online were not accurate. So, on Friday, the district confirmed to NBC5 that the advanced animal science teacher at Alvord High School fed an ailing kitten to a snake before the start of school and outside the presence of students.
It's crazy they did that before school.
So, it was done, but outside the presence of students, the investigation showed.
Okay.
She later acknowledged the decision to her class and permitted a student, with parental consent, to take the remaining ailing kittens home. So apparently there was a bunch of ailing kittens.
Oh, like a whole fleet.
And she fed one of them to the snake and told, with parental consent, that this is what I did earlier, and here, you can have these other ailing kittens.
Oh, my gosh.
It's a rough story. It's pretty rough.
That's horrible.
The teacher, an experienced educator, an animal lover, has apologized to the students for her actions and voluntarily removed all snakes from her classroom.
Well, this is the least you can do.
She's doing that in public. What do you think she's doing in private?
Ugh.
Right? That's not good.
Also, I want to make clear, removed all snakes.
Plural.
There was more than one snake in her classroom.
Medusa over here.
Now, I have a question, and maybe you can't answer this, and if you can't, that's okay. We can move on.
I will say the end of the story, the last sentence you have to hear,
Okay.
but go ahead.
So, multiple snakes, we've established plural snakes. Why are there also cats there?
And ailing ones at that.
And ailing ones at that. If I'm going to have a cat in public, I want it to be a healthy cat, strong as an ox.
Because she likes to use them for stuff. That's what I mean. Like, she got these cats as like a tool.
Oh, fair.
She bought them on the dark web.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
if you guys misbehave, this is what's going to happen to you.
Yeah, she's like feeding them to snakes. Lord knows what else she's doing with her ailing kittens. Like, she wanted ones that weren't doing well. That's weird.
By the way, Ailing Kittens playing Riot Fest 2026.
Super underrated.
Good band.
Yeah.
So she removed all the snakes now from the classroom. An Albert ISD said the school district police department conferred with the county's animal control department and district attorney's office and decided to let the school district handle the matter. No legal matter here to say, you guys handle it.
I think that is animal abuse, though.
I think it is, too. But
like
I think
to trap an alive kitten to get eaten. What the hell?
I think they were sitting there going, we don't want any part of this. It's lunchtime.
We're good, actually.
I'm losing my appetite about this story, so you guys handle it. We're going to go get a sandwich. The superintendent said that they've consulted with legal counsel and confirmed the incident with the teacher was isolated and has been addressed and remediated, meaning I guess she doesn't get fired. Maybe there's a suspension or something, but either way, there's nothing happening there with the teacher. So
I think they should do more of a background check.
go to her house and see what's going on with all
I just feel like something's going on there.
This will sound overly judgmental, but I feel like the background check for a teacher should be, A, do you own snakes? The answer should hopefully be no. But B, if the answer is yes, do you plan on bringing snakes into the classroom? And if the answer to that is yes, they cannot be a teacher.
I bet a C to that. Do you have any ailing kittens, too? I would add that.
Unrelated, just checking.
Just checking on that one, too. The school said, we understand some of the students were upset by the situation that went down. And now the NBC5, this isn't our NBC5, this is the NBC5 in Texas, said that they asked the district about the ailing kittens. They haven't received a reply about the other ones. But she did let somebody take
She's
one.
hiding their bodies in the backyard right now.
She did say that they let the student take one home in the beginning of the story. That one died later on at home of the student. So the kid that took that one home, that kitten died. Yeah, this is a rough story. It's a funny headline.
What do we do now? Play Foo Fighters? How do we get out of this? Oh, my God.
Yeah, let's see. We got music entertainment news on the way. How about some Bad Omens coming up to go with the vibe of ailing kittens?
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.